And we're back. You're now tuned into the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. You know how we do every week. We chop it up, we break it down, we talk about everything, whether it's pop culture, sports, everything. Anything you want to talk about, we talking about it. Right now, it wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be a show if we didn't talk about that PS5 that just dropped. It wouldn't even be right, man. Shout out to everybody who actually was able and lucky enough to already pre-order it. So let's talk video games real quick. My man Karev Yah, Heritage Hip Hop in the building. Man, let him know something, man. Holla at him.
Well, November 12th is a national holiday. It's PS5 day. So for everybody who was able to get a PS5, you're going to see a lot of people call out of work on that day. And with this new system, we have new technology, but most importantly, we're ushering in the new age of new hard drives, and they're ushering back of memory cards coming back.
Remember those?
How do y'all feel about that?
Word?
On video game systems.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Well, the solid state drive in the PS is a terabyte, and after it logs on, it's 850 gigs. And with the PlayStation Plus now, you have an extra add-on, which is a PlayStation Plus Premier, which gives you like the top 20 games of PS4 already digitally downloaded into your system. So if you don't want to keep deleting your games, they're going to have memory card ports for not only the Xbox S and the new Xbox, but the PS5 is now going to have memory card ports, so you don't have to delete things off your system. And they're doing that to say you can either buy another $200 solid state drive, or you can have a memory card that plugs right into your system.
That's actually a good idea.
What's cool about that? Yeah, I don't know. I got to see how that works, because I like they have two different versions of this PlayStation. One is that you can get a completely digital version, which I think is like $399, and then the regular version, which is $499, which comes with the disc. So I'm wondering which version is going to be the one with. Is it the one with the disc drive that has the expandable memory, or is it the digital one, or both?
Well, here's the thing. This past cycle, a lot of PS4s got destroyed because people tried to update the hard drive. So now they want to make it so you can attach a solid state drive to the system, or instead of messing up your system, you could just put a memory card in there. So the hardware of this system is really the update over the $10 more price tag for the system.
Nice. I think it's dope, because I remember back when PlayStation initially launched in the regular PlayStation, and it was dope because you could take your memory card. So if you had, as long as my, like, Karev, let's just say I'm about to hang out with you, I have all my stats, everything on my memory card. I don't have to just be like, damn, I got to bring my whole system over to this cat's house. Like, I got to bring all my wires, because I don't know if he got all the wires. I got to make sure I got my HDMI drive. I mean, my HDMI wire. And then, damn, yo, you got extra controller? Oh, man, I got to bring my controller wire with my extra controller. Like, it cuts out all the nonsense. I think it brings video gaming back to being convenient and enjoyable with friends. Like, not just social distancing like we were doing because we're in a pandemic, but, you know, playing online. But I can actually go hang out with my friend, take my data that I have of my game, and go to his house, you know what I mean, or go to a designated area, and we can do it like old school, like we used to. You know what I mean? Being able to just play your games. And then when I'm done, whatever I get, I can bring my stats back home with me after I play with my friends and put it back on my system.
So, let me ask you, so Karev, you or IDR. So I know, like, on PlayStation right now, if somebody were to come to your crib, they can sign in to their profile. Does that say, like, I've never done it before because I just play solo. But I'm like, does that do the same thing, like in terms of bringing like certain stats and stuff over, or does that not do that? I'm not sure. I've never done it, so I can't in front.
Okay, so I've had it happen. My friend Rev here came over, and he showed me how to actually log in. Now the difference between that versus taking the actual physical memory is that when somebody logs in, it actually logs their system in. So it's kind of like they're taking over. Like they can put their name on a controller and have the stats, but it kind of like takes over your system versus being able to actually physically take your stats and plug it into the system where they're not taking over your system and you're still logged in. Now what they do is what it sounds like the old school way with the original PlayStation is when you plug in your memory card, you log in your information on that controller.
Yeah.
You don't take it over.
Yo,
Yeah,
Shy, how you feel about Shy? You copping it?
Not no time soon. I don't need it.
Nah?
Not no time soon. I don't need nothing like that. Like I'm good with the PS4 right now. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know,
I think I'll eventually get it because I want to get everything into one machine. Like I have Xbox and PS4 right now. I only use my Xbox for streaming and playing my 4K Blu-ray. And I think the new PS5 has a 4K Blu-ray player. So what I may do is I may just sell off the PS4 and the Xbox on eBay and just buy the new PS5. Because I probably will eventually, I may eventually get both, but my problem, what got me away from Xbox and to PS4 was games, bro. Like Xbox, they don't have any real exclusives like that. And PS been killing it with exclusives lately, like even at launch. Like
I wonder how Street Fighter is on the new PS5.
Probably like Black Mirror.
No.
Word.
Yo, I will say this about the PS5. For all you Marvel heads out there, Miles Morales gets a game, and this is the first that I could remember. I mean, Blade had a game, I think, right?
Yeah, Blade had one.
Yeah, so, I mean, but this is the first major superhero of color, especially for this generation, to have his own game. And for everybody who loves Spider-Man, they're also including the original Spider-Man in it if you haven't gotten it. So I think as a selling point, Marvel and Sony's relationship with Spider-Man is what's going to fuel the early success of this system. Besides that, what do you look forward to when it comes to the PS5 that you may not have with a PS4? I hope for better internet service and streaming, personally. And with the lack of backwards compatibility, they have to come with something that's going to make it last, you know?
True 4K gameplay. Give me real 4K gameplay because I have the PS4 Pro and I was kind of let down because you have to choose an option. You can play in 4K, but your frame rate's going to be slow, or you can play in 1080p and have a great gaming experience, but the graphics are not going to be as good. And my thing is, for the PS5, I want the best frame rate, and I want to play in 4K, and I want really just, I mean, like I said, for me, the biggest thing was the 4K Blu-ray because I like my 4Ks. So that was the biggest thing for me. Everything else is just pretty much the same. And hopefully, you know, the games are the same, the system. I just want to see a next gen jump because I feel like at one point between the Xbox generations and there was a wow factor to the next gen. You know what I'm saying? And like the last few jumps have been okay, but I'm looking for that word, this is the future, this is next gen, and I'm hoping I get that from there, from some gameplay or whatever.
So who's winning the battle of the gaming systems right now? PlayStation, Sony?
Honestly, I think Xbox, because Xbox's compatibility with the PC makes its gamer base so much bigger. But I think PS4 wins because right now they're just killing it on exclusives, and eventually you have to have exclusives. And the thing that Xbox players used to say, which was true, is when you would play online, the Xbox community was always people to play with. The gameplay online was so much better on Xbox than it was on PS4, minus the racism. Yeah, because playing on Xbox is like an episode of Lovecraft County. It's wild. It's like Watchmen.
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, you said
Big A, who's winning the battle of the gaming systems right now?
I want to say PlayStation. PlayStation right now because, I mean, they got more exclusive, like Dab said. You have the more of a hype now. I mean, you got the new Xbox that's supposed to be coming out soon, but like the hype for it isn't as hype as for the PlayStation 5. Like you go online, people are talking about the PlayStation 5 right now. Like they just did their live launch yesterday. Debuting, big title games. Like they have the new God of War game. Like that game, lad. I don't know if anybody in here outside of Karev, maybe Dad, that God of War game, bro. It was a classic game. It was an epic game. It was a game that changed, it revolutionized video games actually. And they said it. They didn't expect it to be as big as it was. So you have a title like that on a platform that people are already looking forward to. Like when the PS4 debuted, and they already said that they were working on God of War, and then when they showed it, they showed that in the theater. They didn't debut it in like a little room or whatever online. Like they made that a spectacular an event. So I'm saying that all that just to say, you don't have those type of things for Xbox. Xbox, they're trying to one up on PlayStation by saying, hey, we're going to do backwards compatibility. We're going to do that. But then the PS5 is now allowing you to do backwards compatibility. So now all the games that I have for my PS4, I can play on my PS5. So it's like an investment. I don't lose my money. Because I felt like, when I upgraded from the PS3 to the PS4, I had to buy the games. You couldn't, do the backwards compatibility as they originally said they were going to do. Now with this system, they're guaranteeing that you can actually play backwards compatibility with the PS5. Like that's flat out. They're not saying, oh, it's just this version. No, they're saying that you can play your game. So I think they won the battle on that alone, because if you look at their titles, if you go to any GameStop and you walk in to look at the titles, there's one wall PS4 and there's another wall Xbox. If you look at the titles alone, you got more titles on the PS4, the PlayStation, the Sony, than the Sony PS4, PS3, and even some PS2 games, if you can find it. They got more game titles just in general. So that alone, like they're winning. Okay. They're winning. They're able to get all audiences, regardless of language and area that you're coming from.
Okay, Shaw Murder, man. Xbox, PlayStation, who's winning the battle of the gaming systems?
PlayStation is better.
Okay.
I think Xbox is for girls.
Okay. Very politically correct. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, let's be honest. I feel like right now, I'm not really a gamer per se, but I always look to see, like what's hot, the hype of each thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I might want to cop something, flip something, make a profit. Right now, to me, PlayStation is not only killing as far as the hype factor, but although I feel like the design could be better, I feel like it's a better design than the Xbox that's coming out. I don't like the design of the Xbox that's coming out. I think it looks like a ordinary box. I don't know. It just doesn't do nothing for me. I've always been a PlayStation dude myself. You know what I mean? Karev, how do you feel? Xbox, PlayStation?
I'm a little up in the air right now because you bugging. But all I'm going to say is, as far as the design with the PlayStation, the white part actually comes off. So you could customize your system when you want to put another like covering on it. So if they have one for Batman and they have one for Madden and whatever, you could get that with a game and change the look of your system instead of buying variation systems. That's a good look for them. Also, with Xbox, they have a better, like I said, Dad said, with the online, it's better. But as a true entrepreneur and hustler as we are, I like Sony's game a little more because Sony can use Sony Pictures and have Spider-Man and Marvel as an exclusive. They have a Japanese division that has Final Fantasy, a well-known game exclusive to them in PC. I've never seen Microsoft or Xbox Pictures. I've never seen them come out with anything else. You know what I'm saying? And with I don't know about Xbox's interface, but as far as PlayStation, when you integrate PlayStation TV, Spotify, and all those apps integrated in the system already. I don't know if Xbox does that. Pardon me if I'm ignorant to the crap box. I don't play with that. My daddy said don't play with garbage. So all I can tell you is, with that being there, it looks like Sony has a lot more to offer outside of just gaming that makes you, kind of look at them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up, man. Who's got it? For everybody tuned in right now, the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. We talking video games right now. PlayStation just dropped the PS5. If you can even copy it at this point, I doubt it. Maybe eBay for like a stack. But for everybody who's watching right now, who has the basic pricing information where we can give everybody watching right now so they, know what they're getting into?
The digital only PS5 is $399, which is all downloads, no physical discs that you put into the system. The one with the disc is $499, which is $500. But make sure, since you get in that first batch, you get that warranty. Because if anything goes wrong with that first batch like they usually do, let's not forget Xbox One came out and the mother sued Microsoft. Phone blowing up. The mother sued Microsoft because the little boy touched the system and it burnt his hand. And that's how they redid the system.
So, I don't even laugh.
Yo, that's horrible. Yo, I remember that too.
So make sure if you out there buying systems, make sure you get the warranty. You don't want to be out here looking like the Clippers, thinking you got the whole bag and then you choke. Don't do it.
Wow, you threw that cheap shot out there. Damn.
Well, as we actually play the PS5 when it becomes available, we'll definitely keep you guys tuned in, posted on our reactions, how we feel about the system, the games, and all that. So always make sure you stay tuned in to GoodFellaz TV or us on our separate pages for all the reviews and just general information that you need. It's about that time to wrap it up. We got to let you know where you can reach us at real quick. Let's start with my man, Karev, Heritage Hip Hop. Let them know about Heritage Hip Hop real quick and then when they can reach you out on social media.
Heritage Hip Hop is the celebration of God, which is hip hop within you. And what we do is bring your future favorite artists to you right now. So you can check us on heritagehiphop.com, Heritage Hip Hop on all social media. And our podcast right now is picked up on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if you got iTunes or you got Spotify, go to your podcast section, check out Heritage Hip Hop. We're dropping our back catalog and our new episodes on there right now. Salute.
Nice. Shout out to the logo in the background. You know what I mean? Big A, where can they reach you at real quick?
You can check me out on all social media platforms at AHDAYAR. That's ADR. That's AHDAYAR. Also, everybody checking in, tuning in, and watching the video. Leave a like. Please leave a comment. Let us know that you're watching. It enhances us and gives us more ideas on what to talk about more and to relate with our audience. We appreciate you. We want to know that you are there. You know what I mean? Tommy Guns, where can they reach you at?
Yeah, you can hit me on the Instagram at DJ Tommy Guns. I'm on Facebook, Tommy Brown. And of course, GoodFellazTV.com for all the latest music, video game reviews, sports, whatever you want to hear about hot chicks. Can't forget about those hot chicks.
Never.
I mean, whatever you want, it's on GoodFellaz TV and assorted media and content. You go to the YouTube page for every one of your favorite artists on the planet pretty much performing at some point in time, whether it's now, 10 years ago. Sometimes we're watching, sometimes you watch them perform. Sometimes we backstage with them. Sometimes we're interviewing them. So make sure you check out the YouTube page, youtube.com/DJ Tommy Guns. Also, there's a GoodFellaz TV YouTube page. And there's really so much content out there that, I mean, man, just Google it. You'll see. I'm telling you, it's crazy. And, of course, my man, Xbox #1 fan, Sha Murder, man. Let them know where they can reach you at online.
That's false about Xbox. But before I go into that, I just want to quick announcement. Master P, basically came out with a new syrup and rice to combat the race appropriation by Uncle Ben's and Aunt Jemima. Okay. So shout out to him for that. Where you can reach me at On Instagram and Snapchat, GOTHYQ.
Okay.
Also on Instagram, GoodFellaz TV.
So will you be using Master P's syrup and rice as you're playing your Xbox? No,
I wouldn't be playing video games while I do it, and I don't play Xbox anyway. But
okay, all right, that's what's up.
if he come out with a liquor, I'll drink that while I'm playing video games.
That's what's up, man. I feel like Master P and his hustle should probably be a whole nother segment of the show. Maybe we'll get into that. I also want to shout out my man Dav Noble. He had to step out real quick, but you can reach him at AEP Presents, the Facebook group, AEP Media, for all his photography, his graphic design work. My man does some dope stuff. And, of course, an eclectic perspective where he gives reviews on movies, everything. You know what I'm saying? Anything pop culture, my man Dav Noble's doing it. We are the GoodFellaz, man. Yo, we appreciate you guys tuned in right now. However you're watching us, and stay tuned next week, another episode. This is what we are. It's the recap with the GoodFellaz every week. Hit us up. We appreciate you tuned in. Until next week, peace out.
Peace.